Hands on.
And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and he was going up by the way. There came forth little children out the city, and mocked him. And they said unto him, Go up thou, bald head, go up thou, bald head. And he turned back, and looked upon them, and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And then came forth 2 she-bears out the wood, and tare 42 children of them. And he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and he thence returned to Samaria.
The following is a PSA from the Putting Bugs in Your Head department. The government and large shady enterprises are listening to your private thoughts. Bluetooth devices give off toxic radiation, liquefying thoughts and transmitting them back to the government servers. There's no way to block the government server once a mind link is created. However, the mind link is only created at the time of ear insertion. To trick the nanomachines with the EarPod device, use a bug implanted inside the ears. Spiders are ideal due to their many eyes for sight. Insert the insect into the ear canal and then add the Bluetooth device. The AirPods will now mind link with the bug's brain instead of your own. Stay safe out there, friends.
Lions do not concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. Mother, log off your gambling site and vacate the living room.
Fuck you, bish, I gots to gamble.
I need to do my Godot-centered internet show.
But nobody watches your gay little internet show.
Mother, you leave me no choice. Nobody messes with my gay little internet show.
And he went up.
Alright, yeah, alright, nice. This is the Alphapreneurship Seminar. Welcome, everybody. Please distribute $1,000 into my bank account in Bitcoin. And then you are welcome to watch the seminar. Alright. Let me fucking... how's it going, Art Day? I think the intros are pretty good. I made them myself. I'm very proud of them. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do right now is we have this snail, and we have this, like, snail area. It's going to be part of our first quest. We're going to have to kill 6 of these guys, so it's going to be something like this. They walk around to these random points that we just made a bunch of markers of. So yeah, the idea is that they're pretty much just going to walk around and leave this goo everywhere that's going to deal damage to the player. We're going to give them like a ton of health, so you have to like hit them, you know, like a ton of times to kill them. Meanwhile, you're being bombarded with goo. 52 frames a second, hell yeah! We're fucking doing good. Let's see, we got Blender, we got Godot, we got VS Code, we have OBS, we got like 3 separate tabs on Chrome. I'm sure my computer's just screaming in agony. Oh, hold on, let's take a look at my computer real quick. How's the airflow on that thing? It's doing good, dude. It's got great airflow. I guess I could plug in my RGB lights. Let's see if that makes a difference. Hold on, let's check that frame rate. We'll plug these in. You fucking piece of shit. Hold on. Look at that. All right, that's going to give us more frame rate. It's going up 70, 75. Look at that, 69. So now that we've engaged our RGB lights, we really have, you know, full command of our Linux computer. I think the extra heat from those lights are really going to help. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. We can't even really hit these guys yet. As far as performance goes, I'm really not even tackling any of that yet. Congratulations for your new setup, yeah. Thank you. I used to have a computer with a case and everything, and now I have one that exists on top of a Sentry case. Okay, so we got to make these guys have some type of hitbox. What I kind of want to do is if you hit their shell, it's just going to like dink off, where it'll just be like dunk. I think that would be pretty cool. Or if you hit him in the head, it'll be like, you know, an actual hit. So we might just treat this like as if you're hitting a wall or something. And I guess we're gonna have to I don't know, we'll see. I guess we should make them attack you in some way and not just be that passive. Do you turn that thing on with a screwdriver? No, I have I have this little wire thing that I use. It's like a little stabby implement. I use it because I hook up like little electronic shits, but that works really well. At one point, I had two of the things hooked on the little prongs so I could just cross the wires together, but with the graphics card in there, it doesn't fit. It's just bullshit. Yeah, it makes me feel really cool. The first time I did it, I was like, I felt like a real hacker man because I saw like people doing it online. I'm like, how do I turn this fucking computer on if I don't have a power button? And then someone's like, connect the prongs, and you might see like a little spark, and it'll turn it on. And I was like, there is no fucking way I'm doing that. And then I kept researching it, and I'm like, oh, I guess that's how it actually works. And then I poked it, and it turned on, and I was like, a little thing popped up on my HUD, and it said like +5 experience gained. You are no longer retarded. So yeah, that happened. And I think, so the snail trail, we could probably make that do us damage pretty easily. We can just put an area 3D on it. And we'll say snail trail hurt box. It's a trail of snail tears. Collision shape. Alright, right there. And we'll keep going right over here and right over there. And right over there. Perfect. I think that'll be good enough. I mean, we could go to the ends with it. To the ends of the earth. I think to make this, we actually made shape keys in Blender, which was the first time I'd used them. I'd never like learned how to use them before, but it turned out pretty good. I think all we did was have this this shape key action of this like moving in and out, and then we instance them, and then I think we're like shrinking them. Yeah, we have like a shrink animation that plays, so it makes them shrink up like that. So those combined did a pretty good job of like making a gooey texture. But it is like, it's not like super high poly, so it's really not that bad. And then we just have some GPU particles. Yeah. So cool, we'll just do that there. And who's going to be checking for the collision? I guess we could, let's go see what we have on the player. I know we're going to have some type of like take damage function. Nice. So we have to pass in a dictionary. Yeah. Okay. Nice. I guess we'll go take a look at that. Let's go here. I guess the plan is to... We just want to open up that. I'm going to look at my enemy and see how he's hitting the player, and we'll go from there. So we have our Snail Man, and we have our Winged Devil. If I go to his script here, we should have like a attack state. And is there like a deal damage? We got a chase player. On hitbox, body entered. If body is in group player. Okay, yeah, it should be... Oh, no, that's when we're getting hit. On detection area. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's go back to our... I'm going to have to open him up. Winged Devil. Will there be music in the game? How's it going, Phoenix? I don't know. I don't really have any music to use. Is the real issue. I'd like to have some type of background ambience. You know, I can't just have it be like empty. But yeah, I would like to have some type of music. I just like, you know, I don't have I don't have the time to write a bunch of music. You know, I can only play guitar and not very well. And I don't know. I've been looking at other services to like buy music or like, you know, just get like a license and shit. I just got to figure out how that works with like video games. I have like Artlist that I use for like some streaming shit, but I don't think I can use those sound effects in a video game. I don't think the license extends that far. I also don't know how far people would chase you for a copyright in like a sound effect. I know in music they'll chase you pretty far. Like I couldn't just use like just use like Queen and Ozzy and like all the fucking hits from the 80s and like what do you mean I can't use them? Yeah, the highest grossing songs of all time. Just plug them into your game and be like, what do you mean? This is perfectly fine. Alright, so what we're going to do... How is he fucking hitting us? The devil's hitbox. What is this? Okay, so that is our actual thing. There's a song called Strudel where you make music with code. Oh yeah, I was going to say I did look at... like AI solutions. They have these people have made like GitHub repositories that are like AI generators for music. So I was thinking about doing something like that because I could just do I probably would just do like medieval type shit, you know, just something nice to have in the background, but like not overbearing. And you know, like just generate like, you know, 5 or 6 tracks that are decent or whatever. Have them for this like 5-hour game. I think that would be okay. Alright, so this is the one that does the fucking damage. I guess we'll take a look at that signal. Body entered. On hitbox, body entered. Okay, so let's see. It is this one. Okay, so this is what we're passing in. So we need this type of structure. Nice. Yeah, and then we're doing some type of roll attack damage, which is cool. I forgot we were doing that, actually. Yeah, I was basing a lot of this off of Morrowind. Pretty much all the systems were based off Morrowind in like the skills and the damage for our enemies. So I think we have like a minimum and maximum damage they can do, and we're like getting somewhere in between them or something, some shit. It's good stuff. ChatGPT wrote a lot of that for me, so I didn't really do all that. I probably wouldn't have written it this way. My code would be a lot more human readable, but there'd probably be a lot more verbose. It would probably be not as efficient, honestly. But it's like when you copy and paste stuff from ChatGPT, like the efficiency is cool, but the human readability and like, you know, having your own code that you've coded is like completely different. And then you have to go back over it and like understand it. You know, I don't know. I feel like a lot of Godot people diss on ChatGPT all the time. I think people are using Grok. I gotta try Grok, but I don't know. Grok feels weird that it's a dancing anime chick. I guess you can turn that feature off, right? You don't have to have that on. That's only for like the weebs. All right. What am I even trying to fucking do? So we have that packet. We gotta go to the motherfucking where? snail trail. There we go. In here. We're just gonna paste this. I'm gonna call it the damage packet. Alright, let's actually make this work. I think it's because I don't have... Yeah, can I move it over now? What? Oh, can we do at on ready var? Oh, that's right, we don't have any of this shit. I'm gonna have to put this stuff in there. I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, we'll just do that. We don't have damage, so we'll just say, I don't know, 2. Impulse. I don't know what impulse means. Let's go check out what that actually means. What is the impulse on the damage dictionary? What the fuck would that possibly be? Oh, it's like the direction we're hitting from. We can just pass in Z. Because we're just hitting straight up, right? Yeah, the negative basis of Z. It's poison damage. So, I guess that means our poison damage lifts us in the sky. You know what? We're going to put that in. Why the fuck not? I'm probably not ever even going to act on this, but in the future, it's possible that we could be lifted by poison damage. It's the rapture. Yeah, dude, that's how it's gonna happen. You're gonna eat, you're gonna go to some sketchy restaurant, some sketchy food truck, and you're gonna die of poison damage and be lifted into the sky. Is there a video where I made it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made it on a video. Probably all my live streams. Although some of my live streams get these little yellow warnings on them. I guess because I say stuff I'm not supposed to, so it's just kind of like... It's literally just YouTube being like, uh-oh, we might have to remove this one. You were being... I don't know. I get like the, this can't be monetized, like the red warning. And then I get like this little triangle one that says like content warning. As if I'm making like, you know, like body cam shit or whatever. It's like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Alright, so we can get rid of that. Oh, so we need a type of weapon. We're going to say poison. Yeah, I think it's because like if there's like if I make a like some type of function and I call it like kill self or something, you know, like I guess the algorithms like pick that up and then they're just like, uh-oh, he's talking about suicide, or it's like, you know, some shit like that. And I don't know, because I hear when I listen to other people, is that how you spell poison? I cannot fucking remember. Seems good to me. When I hear like YouTubers talk on their fucking streams and shit, and they just like can't say the most basic of words that are like relevant to the situation, and it's just like, yo, fucking quit being such a fucking loser. If we all stand up to them, they'll have to give in. Alright. So we have this packet. When are we going to do the damage? I guess we're going to have the, this is going to have to cast some type of signal. Yeah, we need body entered. Connect to the snail trail. Is there something here? What the fuck? Oh, Q free. I don't know why I did that. Let's reconnect to that. That was weird. Interesting. There we go. And so we basically just have to check if it's the player. So we'll say what? If body dot is in group player, then we'll say I think body dot take damage, and we'll pass in the packet. We're probably gonna have to make some type of timer on the player for poison. I was thinking we could make a timer here, but it would be per instance of poison of snail trail. So if I made a timer here and he like shits out like eight snail trails, each one will be giving me like 2 points of damage. So it's like it's almost like stepping in a fresh pile of shit each time. But then after that, you have to wait 2 seconds on each one to take more damage. Where I think it's more effective for the player to like understand what's happening if the player just takes like 2 points of damage every second, regardless of whether he's stepping on new goo or old goo. It's just gonna do like 2 points of damage every second because you're in a foreign substance. Will I release a demo? Yeah, I want to release a demo and get like stuff done. Yeah, essentially my plan is to make everything up to like this point will be the demo. I haven't done anything for this area, that area, and like shit like that. So I'm gonna make this area, you just come in, you get greeted, you get your stats and everything. You go here, there's gonna be some dummies to attack. I think you'll go across the bridge, probably fight some of the devil guys on the bridge. You'll come down here and talk to this viewer guy who's going to give you a quest, and then depending on which character you choose, you'll handle the quest like 1 of 3 ways. And then yeah, you'll have to go and pick up some plants. So we have like we got like this cactus over here. It's supposed to have eyes on it, the seeing cactus. We have like this leg plant, and then we have it's like baby face plant is what I called it. I don't know. I didn't really come up with anything creative. I just used reference photos from like those old alchemist drawings. That's how we got the sun and stuff. That was like the inspiration for this game. But yeah, so he's going to give you the quest. It'll be like Morrowind. It'll appear in your journal. Let's actually go here and see how the quest system is going. Yeah, we got to take a look at the combat too. I'm waiting for my stamina to recharge. Alright, so these guys will fight us. They cast fireballs at us. Everything feels really slow right now, so I might need to speed shit up. I'm not sure why they're still aiming over there. But if we get hit, we get like a blood screen. We need it to, you know, be better. We're just doing that for an indicator. But once they're out of magic, they'll try and hit us, and they have like a jump back thing, which gives them iframes. But yeah, I just don't have. It's not very responsive, and it's we do have like a turnaround 180. And we have a jump back too, so we can jump back as well. But yeah, the main issue is I need to get more animations, and I've just been putting that off. Because now that I have the shield, I can actually block stuff. and we just don't have anything to account for that. But yeah, the idea would be it's going to be like stamina-based combat, so it's funny. They just won't even attack me until they have enough stamina. We also need to make the fireball go more towards the center of our character. But yeah, the idea would be if I block them with the shield, it's kind of more like Dark and Darker, where they'll have like a I don't know, what do you call it, like a plink off animation, and then they'll be stunned or whatever. Not really stunned, they'll just lose stamina so that you have a chance to attack them. And then they can do the same to you, so they're going to be blocking, and if they block one of your strikes, it's going to leave you, like, you're going to have no stamina, you're going to be stamina-less. But I need to make it regenerate faster, because it's like, it's no fun just waiting to hit someone when, you know, you could just be attacking. So I gotta find like a happy medium between, like, I don't really like the super fast-paced combat, but I don't want it to be like you feel like you're fucking in molasses. I think that's like the hardest part to do, really. I just don't know, like, I guess I see, like, I feel like I'm talking about it like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. I'm just kind of like fucking around with values. But yeah, the snail trail. So we're checking. Then we pass in the packet, and I'm just going to leave print, all caps. Print. We should be receiving poison damage. There we go. Okay, let's try that out. Let's go to the snail arena. So let's see. It doesn't look like we're taking any damage. Nothing's printing out, so let's go take a look. Maybe we're in the wrong group. I might be in a uppercase group player. Uppercase P player. Let's see. Control F. I'm sure I add to group somewhere. Add to group player. Alright, well. If body is in group player, we should be receiving... we'll just print here. Print. Hitting. We should see that at least. Unless I'm really messing it up. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. Castle. Oh shit, this is still the fucking wrong one. Damn it. Snail Trail, it's gonna be Snail Arena. Alright. So we're in the goo, we should see something at least. We should see a lot of print statements because we should be hitting a ton of these, really. And then I'll turn on the collision shapes if we're still not hitting anything. Yeah, so we are hitting. There we go. So I guess the body is not in the group player. Oh, we probably have to get the owner of the body, right? Let's take a look at our body. Player. So yeah, I mean, we just have the fucking... There's no reason why we shouldn't be contacting. Let's go to Snail Arena. I guess we'll just print whatever we're hitting. That would give us more information. That makes no sense to me. If body is in group player, body.take damage packet. We have the packet up there. Yeah, we'll print body. This should tell us. You know, I wonder if it's hitting the snail. Oh, what are we? We're probably not even on the right fucking shit. Collision layer, sorry. If we go to our snail trail. And we go to our collision layer. So we're going to say we are, where's enemy projectiles? Enemy projectiles. And we check for hitting the player. There we go. Perfect. That's great, dude. That's going to work out really good for us. Alright. Snail Arena. Is that how you spell it? Or am I just one of the worst spellers in human history? Alright. Okay, well, yeah, we are taking damage. We died. We did a lot of damage. Nice. We should be receiving poison damage. So all we really need to do is flip some type of switch on our guy, telling him that we have the affliction of poison. And we'll probably make some type of like green border to go around. We can do that. It was for my intro. Here's me, super cool and smart and buff, and here's all of you stupid dummies. All of you sheep. All of you sheeple. Alright. What do we want to do? That's right, we're going to make a green barrier thing. Yeah, I guess we got to make it transparent. Yeah, we got to add an alpha channel. It's not immediately alpha like myself. And this is how the real professionals do it, by the way. They grab the eraser tool every time and get rid of all the pixels, just like this. This is actually industry standard, GIMP is. And I don't care what any college professor says. Alright, so yeah, I guess we'll just do green for poison, right? Bright green. Maybe a somewhat darker green, somewhere in there. And I guess we'll do like a smoky texture. I think that'll do it. Yeah, we'll just put it around the outside of the screen. It'll be super hella annoying. That'll be great, dude. Yeah, that would annoy the absolute shit out of me if I was the player. Good thing I'm not one of them. There we go. You know, you want to know you're poisoned. You want to have that on your screen at all times. And we'll have it shake around so it gives you like a very nauseous feeling. That'll be great. Alright, let's go to Kingdom of Fate, UI, images, and we'll say green. Suffer player. Ralph is doing great. Ralph is hitting his new strides. Cocked by Mersh. Mersh's inaction is very funny on that matter. Yeah, alright. So, where are we going to put this shit at? I think I just put a texture rect. We have the blood splatter right here, so we're going to put in another one. Is this a child of the control? It is. We'll make another child of the control. I give my family the Ethan Ralph updates. I'm like, oh, hey guys, how's it going? I know it's time for Thanksgiving. It's time to talk about Ethan Ralph. They actually do enjoy the updates sometimes. They think it's pretty funny. Damn, how the fuck do I spell poison? Alright. And let's search green. There's a lot of greens. Stretch mode. Ignore size. There we go. That's perfect. That's wonderful. So I'm just going to move it up there, and then I'm going to grab this, and we're going to make a new animation. Actually, for now, we're not even going to do that. I think I'll just show the poison layer, and I think I'm going to expand it a little more out like that, so it's not so bad. That way you just get the outer edges of it. I think that'll be nicer for the player to see. Maybe a little more up here, because I can spare a little more up there on the top of the screen. And I guess I'll just turn this on for right now, and I think I might even have like some type of poison bar counting down up here for how long you're poisoned. I think I should do that in the future, but for right now we can just do like yeah, I mean, we could make a bar, should we? I don't know. I guess we should code it first and then see how easy the bar is to put in. So I'm gonna have to just turn this on through script, and we'll do it that way. So the player receives that damage and then he just starts dying, so we actually need to add some logic on our player's side. So if I go to Control F, take damage, we have the packet that we passed through. I'm gonna have to end up doing some matching now. Match damage dict, you fucking piece of shit. Can't we say damage dict? And what are we trying to get? We're trying to get the motherfucking, what is it called again? Do I still have it? No, I don't. Let's go back. Snail trail. Here's the packet. So the weapon is going to be called poison, so we'll just double check that. Weapon. And we'll have poison. And I guess we'll do axe. I think we have sword. And I don't remember what the other one is, but I think those should be okay for right now. I think that's the only type of damage we have. It'll probably cause an error, and then we'll just fix it anyway. So we can make a timer. Start a timer if the timer is stopped. Yeah, we're still gonna have this regardless. The blood texture is only gonna be for like a physical hit. and dict got get amount 0. Stat manager got take damage. So we go here. So we're just subtracting by that amount, and our stat manager actually is where we're getting our what do you call it? Like our actual values for our player character. Our player doesn't really contain our health. We're just checking values on the stat manager, which is like a singleton that's loaded. I'm pretty sure that's how we're doing it. So we're probably going to have to do this somewhere else. Yeah, we're going to have to update that. Results.value.current. Interesting. I guess we're still calling. It's we're still updating the values in the stat manager, and then we're also getting a result. That makes sense. Does it? I don't fucking know. But yeah, essentially what I'm going to do is move these into physical damage. So if we're doing physical damage right here, and why not? We'll put that in there as well. We don't really have a whole lot of weapon types. I guess this is kind of a flaw in how we're doing it right now. But we're just going to have to adapt this system as it goes, really. So all we have to do right now is make a timer and some shit. I'm just going to copy this code right here. And I guess eventually I should make this into some type of function and just call that function based on what we're doing. And let me do this. I'm sure we're going to get this at some point. I think we can just put an underscore, right? And we'll put print. We don't have a value in the take damage match statement on the player. Exclamation points. And I guess we'll go back here and we'll add in a timer. I think we should put it as a timer of the control node. Why not? No, because we're on the player, right? Yeah, we're on the player. Yeah, I mean, we're doing all the other ones here. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll just add a timer. I'm going to call it poison timer. We're going to spell it that way. I don't know. Let me I'll Google it real quick. Holy shit. It is spelled that way. It is, okay. It's poison, not pyosin. Okay, I'm a genius. I'm super fucking intelligent. That's why I did that. Poison timer, cool. So I guess like every 2 seconds, I think we should take 2 points of damage. 2. There we go. And so we can turn that on and off, and then we can obviously make a poison timer here. We'll say node timeout connect. I think we should connect it on the player. did we add that in? Oh, it actually showed up. That's pretty awesome. Cool. So, what do we want to do here? We basically want to deal damage to the player. Amount, impulse, okay, perfect. Yeah, sorry, I was getting stuck in some shit. So when we take damage, we can basically just start the timer here. The timer's going to be ticking, and every time the timer ticks down, we'll just we'll probably do this line right here. Yeah. It's kind of maybe not a good idea to take the logic out of this like function, this take damage function, and spread it out. Maybe not a good idea to yeah, we could do a different type of thing. We could do a function. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. I think we basically need to pre-screen what's coming in. So we should just flip a thing on our character. Hold on, let me rethink this for a second. We need to flip a bool on the character to tell him he is poisoned. We should make a function player poisoned instead of hijacking take damage. Does that make sense? That way we can have our take damage function simply for taking damage, and then we'll have a player poisoned, and the player poison function is going to call take damage and just pass in the amount, the damage dict. I think that's a better way to do it, and I can get rid of a lot of the shit that I just did here. The origin of poison. Is that how is it spelled wrong? You know, I'm not a fucking I'm not a speller, okay? I don't spend all day thinking about how words are spelled. I just put it down on the paper. I'm a doer. I'm a thinker. When I typed it into Google, that's how it showed up, okay? So I feel like now I'm being, you know, coerced into using a different spelling. Oh, I don't like it. Alright, what do we gotta fucking do? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. that slow moving train, dude, it was a coming. Thomas the fucking tank engine over here. Alright, so let's say get poisoned, get wrecked. Get poisoned. Poisoned. Is that how you fucking... That is a hard word, dude. That's how we're spelling it. Get poisoned. Let's double check that. Poisoned. P-O-I-S-O-N-E-D. P-O-I-S-O-N-E-D. That's insane. What a fucked up word. My southern brain cannot understand that. Poisoned. It should be spelled much like this. Here we go. That's how that word is spelled. Poisoned. Hold on, let's go back. There we go. Alright. So our snail trail is now going to call this... we're still going to pass in... body.get poisoned. We're going to pass in the packet. There we go. Probably should call it damage packet or something, but fuck it. Source, self. Source? Yeah, myself. F slur. Damage dict. Oh my god, kitty cat. Stop scratching on my chair. Bastard. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? Here's where we're gonna start the timer. So if where's our poison timer? Why the fuck is it not showing up? So we do have it. Oh, let me save. Maybe it'll show up now. There we go. Poison timer dot is stopped. Let's say we'll just start it, I guess. Poison timer dot is start. Yeah, poison timer dot start. Nice. So we're going to basically call this function. The poison timer is going to start, and then what I want to do is just pass in the damage that we're going to take here. And we really, the last thing we need to do is figure out how we're going to check this. I guess we could do a match statement to see what type of damage it is still, and that really would have no effect on the, you know, actual damage. I think that would be a good way to do. Put in a match statement just for the UI flash. It's going pretty good. How's it going, man? Put in a match statement just for the UI flash. You know, green versus red. Okay. So I guess we'll start the timer, and we're going to need to have some type of... we have this right here, but our timer is not going to have access to that. So how are we going to do this? That's a good point. I guess we could make some type of global variable and call it like current poison damage, and then we could also get rid of that entirely. Yeah, fuck it. Why don't I just do that? On ready var. We'll say, why don't we have like current status effects or whatever? We probably should do that. And we'll just make that like a dictionary. I mean a list, sorry. Actually, it probably should be a dictionary. So what are we trying to do? I guess we should put like, we know we're going to have one called poison. And we'll just set it equal to false for right now. Yeah, and then I guess we'll update that here. And instead of having a timer for each one of these, we'll just update the status effect to make a better system. We should check status effects in our process loop and deal accordingly, right? Because right now, if I have a poison timer, I'm going to need a timer for every status effect in the game. So if we have like a bleed timer or whatever, they'll have like 1,000,000 timers on him. But if I just had like current status effects right here, and we just looped through this and basically applied all of those I don't know, that would be the way to do it, right? I guess we could have like a tick timer. What we could do is have current status effects, and if any of them are active, then we'll have a tick timer tick off, and we could have this be like the amount of seconds, so we could do like 2 seconds. If we had like, you know, a sleep or whatever, you know, it would be like 3 seconds. The player would be like sleep for 3 seconds, and then our timer would basically take this value, do whatever the thing. Is that a good system, or is that overcomplicating shit? I don't know. And then we can check if it's if we're not taking anything, we'll just put a 0 there. So if it's a 0, we'll know to skip over it. This is nth level autism right here. Yeah, let's do that. This is taking a 5-minute task and making it into an entire day thing. Alright, so we'll do that. So all we have to do here, instead of doing all this stupid timer shit, we're still going to take this poison timer, and I think we're going to make a tick timer instead. We're just going to say current status effects. And then we're going to say poison. And we're going to set that equal to the damage amount, actually. So for right now, that's 2. And it's probably not great that we're passing in an amount, but for our poison damage, we can use that just because it's the poison calculation is going to be applied with our stat manager. So we're going to deal like damage. We're not going to have like different pools of poison don't do different amounts of damage. It's just going to be a like a bool type thing. Fuck, man, this is retarded. Alright, whatever. Who cares? It's fine. Not a big deal. It's robust. So we need to check for this now. So on our I guess in our physics process, right? Why not? Or should we just do it in a process loop? Yeah, we'll do it up here. Fuck it. We'll make a function apply status effects, and we'll pass in delta. I don't know if we're going to need it, but we're going to create this. Yeah, I'll do it down here. Delta. So we have the, oh man, what do we call it? Current status effects. I probably should move this up there at some point, but for right now, it's gonna be what it is. So we're gonna say for ailments. I guess we'll do effects. For effects in current status effects, if current status effects effects is not equal to 0, that means that we have a current status effect we have to deal with. So I'm gonna just put print yeah, so this is happening 60 frames a second, so we're checking all the effects and current status effects. I don't know, is that a big deal? I mean, we do need to apply them every frame, so it's got to be done. Just like the regenerate faith thing. It's pretty much going to be done a lot like this. We get the pool, and then we call this function here. I think I need a better understanding of our stat manager, really. So we have gain faith, restore spirit. Change pool. Take damage, change pool. So we do need to call this change pool function. Nice. Add a delta. Current. Max. Okay. Action stat. So this is just updating our life bars right there. All right. This is a bunch of shit for getting our stats. It's really kind of fucked up right now. The whole project's fucked. The whole thing's completely useless. This should restorify our faith. Awesome. On faith regen timeout. Let's take a look at that. I think we connect that through a signal, right? Yeah, so all we did was create a timer up here. We'll probably make a poison timer and do the same thing. Because we need to change the pool on here. I don't know. I'm trying to think how we should be doing this. I didn't take into consideration all of these stupid fucking things that I've done. Roll role-based damage. Compute melee damage. That's for us doing our own damage to other people. Let's take a look. Apply status effects. So I think what we really should be doing yeah, I guess we'll say so we're going through our status effects. If one of them is not equal to 0, we know we need to apply 1. So we should, I guess, match that effect, right? So so if it's the one we really care about is poison right now, so that's the one I just want to write the logic for. So we have the poison effect. We then need to tell our stat manager to deal poison damage equal every blank seconds. So I guess we'll just create a function and say, well, I just keep passing off the duties really. I think I'm just overcomplicating the fuck out of this. We should have just had it do fucking flip a bool, and then it just, if we have that, we'll do the fucking timer. But I had to go and add all this current status effects and shit. And then I also have the stat manager, which I forgot about. And I forgot that we're updating the pools here. It's very hard now that I have all these functions in here to think how this fucking stupid shit's gonna work. We're crashing the fuck out, man. Alright, so this is the one that actually deals damage. What are we doing here? That current and maximum, get tree, ensure pool. Where are we really changing the shit? Change pool, flesh. So we have the name and we have the amount. Current, return, data, action stats, name, current. Okay. Oh, I see. So this is a line that actually updates. I'm going to leave a little note. This is what actually changes our health. So, and this is the value of our damage, really. The value of our current health. Pool. Okay. So, I think I know what to do. So let's take a look at our process function here and see what's going on. We do have a process in here, right? Control F. Maybe I don't. So we're just calling stuff on here then. Yeah, okay, that would make sense. Let me just do this. This is what happens when you stop working on your project for a minute and then you come back and you're like, damn. So regen faith. We're essentially going to be doing the opposite of this, right? So we get the value of faith. If it's less than the maximum and we're not in combat, we determine whether we're in combat, we get a different faith regeneration, and then we say gain faith. So let's go take a look at that. All we do is call the change pool. So if I did this, and we're essentially going to do this in reverse, gain faith, it'll be take poison. So disregard everything I just did for the last hour, and we're doing it my way again in another really stupid way, and we're gonna do flesh. We're taking from our flesh pool this time. I'm just going to leave a comment opposite of the above. Motherfucker. Work in progress. There we go. Cool. So this should work just fine. Now we need to go back where we just were on the player where we're doing this. We need to call this so how do we know when to regen? Let's go take a look. So regen faith delta. So we're multiplying by delta. I guess that's regen per second times multiplier times delta. I guess that's what I was missing. I don't really know how to do that calculation. I think ChatGPT wrote this one for me. So if I essentially grab this, let me do this. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste. And we're going to call this flesh.value. I don't think we actually need that. I'm trying to think. Faith regen per second. Oh, well, this is going to be constant. This is what I don't understand right here. Panning amount since last pan amount. Great. Great. Gain. If gain is greater than 0. Multiplier. We don't need the multiplier. We just need times delta, and we're going to do, I don't know. Let's just try 2. I just want to see what the fuck happens. I guess I'm just not understanding this. We don't need to know whether we're in combat. We're going to take the same amount of poison damage regardless. We don't need to know the max of the pool because we're going to take from the pool regardless. And instead of gain, it's going to be loss. Can we really just multiply that by delta? Like, what the fuck? Wouldn't that give us just like a really small value, like over and over again? And let's say take poison. Instead of regen faith, it'll be start poison. Yeah, I guess these are the two lines that I don't understand, so we're just going to use both of them in unison, and then hopefully that'll help us. I don't know. I just want to print here now this is happening, and we'll print loss as well. There we go. Let's try that shit. And then we gotta call this. We're just gonna call it up there. Next to our other function. Where's our fucking... Here it is. Delta. All right, let's see what happens. Should work flawlessly. Let's just go to the snail arena. Are we losing any health? I don't think so. Or maybe we're gaining health or whatever. So it didn't print a single time. Great. Just wonderful. Start poison. Delta. Let me take a look at this again. Gain faith. If I go here, all it does is change the pool. So it's not like we're updating any time here. Loss equals int. So what the fuck does this line actually do? It'll give us like a really small number. I guess that's what I don't understand. Let me grab this. Hold on. ChatGPT wrote it, so we're going to copy it. We're going to go ask him what the fuck it means. The fuck does this mean? Written in GD script. Is it pretty normal? Okay, that's not the line I have problems with. This is it. Calculates how much faith to restore this frame. How much you gain per second. Delta, frame time. How much to regen this frame. Cast to an integer, remove decimals. If the calculated regen is positive, tells the stat manager to actually apply it. So it does do what I'm thinking it does. Faith regen per second. How much to regen this frame. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. I don't understand why it's not printing then. We've simplified it. We don't have a multiplier. That's the faith regen per second. We've changed it to loss. If loss is greater than 0, then we should be printing. So doesn't that mean every 2 seconds, according to that logic, we should be good? Let's go to the snail trail and get rid of that print statement for us. There we go. And now we go to the player. Let's make sure we are calling this up here in our process function. Yeah, the start poison right there. Basically doing the opposite of the regen faith. So that's looking good, right? I think it's good. It's good shit. Let's go ahead and try it. Are we taking any damage yet? Are we seeing any difference? I don't think so. I didn't actually expect the bar to move. I just expected the print statements. So I guess we'll go and see. Yeah, nothing. Debugger. Let's take a look. That's interesting. Let me ask ChatGPT. I'll see what the fuck he says. You know what, let's do this before I resort to that. I'm going to grab this and we'll put this in here. And this should just print out like a million fucking times, right? Run around, whatever. It's just 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. All right. Int 2 times delta. Faith regen per second. What does that look like? 5.0 points per second. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because it's just, I bet it's... Let me try 2.0 down here. Where is it? What happens if I do this? 2.0. And then I just want to print delta. What the fuck is delta? Here, be delta. I think because if you multiply an int by a float, it's going to give you an int. So that makes sense that it'll just be 0, 0, 0 until I think it would be at 0 forever if I don't do this. I don't know, I could be fucking wrong. I remember having problems with this with Godot with some other shit. Let's try it now, but now we should be getting a value that goes up, I guess, and then maybe approaches a 1 or a 2 or some shit. Oh no. We're being consumed by the snails. Alright, let's get out of here. This be the here and now, so I guess we're... Why does it work on the other fucking one and not this fucking one? How does it make any fucking sense? We're multiplying by delta here. We just have a multiplier in here. For fuck's sake. If I multiply this by 5, is that going to give us a better result? This is kind of cool, bro, is it? Yeah, I mean, I do like where it's going. I just don't know why this is... Is just making a timer a bad idea? I don't fucking know. I've lost the fucking plot at this point, dude. I can't think of anything. I haven't eaten anything today. That could be part of it. I probably should just go eat something, and then I'll come back and do this shit. But I do want to do it through my fucking system. I just don't understand the fucking system I've created, which is the worst part. I mean, is my logic solid here? Regen per second is just 5.0. It's multiplying by a multiplier. That's getting multiplied by delta. So we're casting it to an int. If the int is over, then we gain faith. And I know this one works because I see it doing our fucking shit. Like, I see it updating our stuff. So then if I take delta and I multiply it by 5.0, which is the exact same thing we have right up there, regardless of the multiplier, it completely fucks us in half. I don't fucking understand. What is this? 0.5. Yeah, let's see what ChatGPT says. I'm going to ask... Oh, shit. Why the fuck doesn't this work? Not just why the fuck, but why specifically? It's probably not doing anything. Okay, yeah. Use accumulation over time. How does the other one work then? You fucking worthless piece of shit. How does the other one work then? How does the first one work? Oh, you know what? I bet because we're fucking updating the fucking value, right? Yeah, how the fuck does this work then? How does this work then? I'm actually very interested. Faith regen is much higher. That's why the standard way to make time-based changes, frame rate independent. So use a fucking timer. Yeah, I mean, this is essentially what I was trying to do. Plus equals 5 times delta while poison accumulation is greater than or equal to. Copy. Paste. I'm too based for this shit. Alright, so we have poison accumulation now, 5 points per second. Cool. Let's see what that does. We still have this function, right? And this just does 1 point of absolute damage. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Change pool. How do we know? Is it always subtracting? Oh, that's right. It uses delta in a fucked up way in this stupid fucking... Thank you fucking ChatGPT. This isn't actually the delta that's like the timing. This is like a delta that they made up. It's add delta to a pool. Retarded. Alright. Okay. So why are we doing the absolute value of that fucking shit? Alright, what the fuck ever. Let's just see what happens. We should be getting some type of printout. Possibly. I don't even know if I printed anything out. You know, for right now, I'm gonna go get some fucking food because I'm fucking starving. But yeah, I'll be back. I'm getting pissed off of this shit. I should have just made it way simpler, but now I've retarded everything. And I wanted to do Morrowind type shit, so I added all these fucking stupid class managers in there. And now all these fucking stupid managers are doing stupid managerial shit. And I don't fucking need them. All I need to do is subtract from a fucking value. And instead, I'm like updating the action stats on the data for no reason. But there is a reason, because we're